Hang on, before we get into this video, I wanted to talk about today's sponsor, kind of a sponsor, kind of not, Mojo Entertainment. Mojo Entertainment is supposed to help us, help our content grow and all that. I've mentioned it before on my original statement talking about it, but we just never really got a chance to promote it because service nowadays just suck. So Tyler's dad, shout out to him for setting it back up again. Mojo Entertainment also helps people with special needs, especially us, help us get jobs and everything, and help people morally understand. It also helps promote my channel and Tyler's channel. How do you guys think me and Tyler got these many subscribers? Subscription to Mojo Entertainment, and go check out the website. I highly recommend it. Now, to the video. Enjoy. Did you know that there is an animated show on Disney Channel that follows a young boy that transforms into a dragon, and they call him the American Dragon? Today, I am here to cover why Jake Long American Dragon was canceled on a little segment I like to call... What's going on, guys? It's your boy Daily Reacts TV here, and welcome to the second episode of why this show was canceled. I am so sorry for keeping this video delayed. I just wanted to pick the right show to cover on the channel, especially cover something very special to my heart that I didn't remember and that I recently rewatched, and I got my good friend TV Bean to finally check out the show. Today, we're covering the case of why Jake Long American Dragon was canceled. But before we get into it, let's talk about the production and the first time the episode came out. So Jake Long American Dragon was first announced, basically had the co-creators of Kim Possible and Phineas and Ferb, which we'll actually get into that. And they wanted to make up a good show, like another action-packed show. Disney went in the room and told them to make another Disney show that's action-packed. And so they went to, as like rumors had it, they went to Japan to learn more about ancient magic creatures and everything, and that's when they came up with the idea of Jake Long American Dragon. They came up with all the designs and all the story that they wanted to tell with Jake Long American Dragon, especially hiring Zuko himself right here to voice Jake Long American Dragon. And lo and behold, Jake Long American Dragon first aired in 2005. And people loved it. Jake Long American Dragon became such a big hit that Disney had already worked so hard and well-learned characters to develop in the show. Starting with Jake Long's mom, Jake Long's parents, dad, Jake Long's little sister, and his two best friends, especially his grandfather, the talking dog Fool, played by Draken himself from Kim Possible. And of course, the Hive, where he meets his love interest Rose, played by Katara herself, and April O'Neil from the 2012 TMNT herself, who voices Rose, the love interest to Jake Long American Dragon. I know what you guys are gonna say. Jake Long is voiced by Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the voice of Jake Long. And Rose, his voice actress, she voiced Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is this a great ship that we had? Who knows? Overall, the ratings of Jake Long American Dragon did so well that they decided to basically announce a crossover that they did, which was with Lilo and Stitch. If you guys don't know what Lilo and Stitch is, you guys are completely bald. But in the episode of Lilo and Stitch, where they cross over with Jake Long American Dragon, Jake wants to win the skateboard, but also so does Lilo to win her crush's the skateboard, and basically disguise herself as anyone, and especially disguise herself as Jake Long. But one of the villains of Lilo and Stitch actually confused Jake Long as the alien that Lilo and Stitch have covered that could turn anyone into anyone. And so Jake was, of course, in, and he runs into Lilo and Stitch, and then they team up, got Lilo back to her normal form, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the episode was just bad. Lilo and Stitch and Jake Long do work together if it was handled better. I mean, yeah, it's so good to see Jake Long get the attention that he deserves from the show. And, you know, the ratings have probably done very well for Jake Long, American Dragon. But why all of a sudden, like, the episode just sucked? That's just me. You guys tell me in the comments below, did you watch this episode when it aired, or did you watch it on Disney Plus? I recently watched it on Disney Plus after I rewatched the entirety of the show. I never realized what's going to happen next, because this episode will be the last time you see this design of Jake Long, which made the ratings go down. Starting with the new designs of Jake Long. Yeah, guys, people really didn't like this design of Jake Long. A reactor that reacts to things for a living didn't even like the new designs of Jake Long, and he had a long talk. I'll even play the clip right now.
Do not think.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this? What the hell?
Sorry,
Okay.
that vibration was actually a chili cheese dog working its way through the pipes.
Jeez, what the fuck? What is this? Did this show change art styles? What is this? Holy God, this looks awful. Voodoo looks the same, but what am I looking at? Oh, Jesus Christ, did this show change art style? This looks hot. Oh my. Oh, that is like one of my worst fucking pet peeves in series. Like, obviously, you know, stuff happens behind the scenes and whatnot, and voice acting changes are kind of like my second big thing. But art style changes, oh, I can never get into it. Even if they're better, I hate them in shows. Oh my God, this looks so arse. Oh no. Oh my God. I didn't know the show had an art style change. I'll say that. And this is throughout the show? Oh fuck no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I'm significantly less hyped now. I'll admit.
And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the new design either until I finally got used to it. But a lot of people don't like redesigns. And that's the worst thing about any show. If it, you know, it just never really appealed to people's ideas to do a redesign of a show just like Jake Long. But obviously, the show actually got better ratings later on, which we'll get into later on. But it hurt so much of other people that was fans of Jake Long. Like, why did you redesign from this all the way to this? They don't even like his dragon form, which honestly, I will not lie, at first, I hated the dragon form of Season 2. But, you know what? It actually still worked in the show, and people really liked the drama between Rose and Jake Long. Until they pulled the plug. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why was this show canceled? It only lasted 2 seasons. I can tell you, Phineas and Ferb's what happened. Now, I love Phineas and Ferb, I'm not gonna lie. Phineas and Ferb is just a classic. It's also a great show. But, yeah, not only did Phineas and Ferb cancel Jake Long, it also canceled Kim Possible. Where it gets to a point where Phineas and Ferb was announced, and they're like, scratch that, we're done with Jake Long. But, they weren't completely done with Jake Long because of, basically, if you guys didn't know, they had a 3rd season planned, and especially a live-action film. If you guys didn't know, live-action films were like a big thing for TV shows just like Jake Long. You know, Ben 10 had 2 live-action movies, The Race Against Time and Alien Swarm. If you guys haven't watched my review of Ben 10 Alien Swarm, go watch it. It's a great video. Well, it's not a great video, but just give it a support, please. Please, deeply appreciate it. But yeah, so they had like a big plan, and what was the plot gonna be? They never really revealed it until Disney pulled the plug. It says it right here, they pulled the plug, and Jake Long was officially canceled. So how is Jake Long still popular nowadays? Well, luckily, 2 years ago, back in 2021, Jake Long, American Dragon came out on Disney Plus. And by the way, I rewatched it and still had a great time. It's so sad though that Jake Long, American Dragon, has not gotten the respect that it deserves. Because I believe Jake Long could have lasted, I think, like 4 seasons, just like Kim Possible. But sadly, it did not. It was not meant to be. And it's also very sad that they pulled the plug and canceled it because of Phineas and Ferb. I would have loved to see one more season of Jake Long, him going dragging up. But another thing people really didn't like about the show and why it also got pulled the plug, people really thought Jake Long American Dragon was a ripoff of Danny Phantom. If you guys don't know what Danny Phantom is, which I don't know how you guys don't know, I have my whole channel was based off of Danny Phantom for a little bit, and I still make Danny Phantom videos nowadays. Jake Long American Dragon and Danny Phantom came out the same year. Not the same year, but they're kind of like the same duo, where Danny has ghost powers and he goes and hunt ghosts and goes into another dimension of something called the Ghost Zone. And with Jake Long American Dragon, he deals with, well, magical creatures, technically. You know. But yeah, but it's still memorable today because a couple of channels have covered Jake Long American Dragon, especially something called Death Battle. They made a video of Danny Phantom versus Jake Long. Of course, Danny Phantom won. But it's still great that Jake Long is still getting noticed today. And Disney, if you're reviving Phineas and Ferb, revive Jake Long American Dragon on Disney+. I bet you fans would watch this. And I bet you also a lot of people would love to watch Jake Long on Disney Channel. Either do a live action film or revive the show. One of those two. You can't reboot it. Don't do it like Kim Possible 2019, please. Maybe better to revive the show. Never mind, revive the show. But yeah, that is why this is the episode 2 of why this show was canceled. Now, the next episode of why the show was canceled is going to be with my good friend Seth, who reviewed the Mask movie with me, and we're going to be covering why the Mask animated series was canceled. And after that, we're going to go directly to live action and talk about why this show is canceled. I want to talk about Legends of Tomorrow, The Incredible Hulk, and of course, another classic, The Flash from the 90s. I think that would be an interesting video. And tell me, guys, what do you guys want me to cover on this series, why this show was canceled? Please let me know. I'll figure out a way to watch the show, and also figure out a way to make it into why the show was canceled video. You let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure people will really like it. As always, smack the like button, or supposed to red button, which is subscribe, turn on notifications to notify a video I make. Go to the link in the description to my Discord, my gaming channel, the Tyler and Brody channel, Discord server, Instagram, TikTok, and Mojo Entertainment. As always, I'm Daily Reacts. Take care.
He's the American Dragon.